Hello, everybody. I am Joshua Bleezy. I am the unknown prophet. I am here to do your daily tarot readings from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I use my homemade deck, the 5 Pass Tarot. I made this deck all by my lonesome self, so it's the only one that's in existence. I am trying to not only, if there's ever a publisher out there who would love to publish my deck, please contact me. I would absolutely love to publish my deck. But until that day comes, I will just be able to be here with you today doing daily tarot readings for you. Let's get this party rocking and rolling. Okay, just in case you didn't see there, I am here between 9 and 12. Even in the darkness, you can find the light, for I am unknown. I am the unknown prophet. I use my homemade deck, the 5 Pass Tarot. This is my one and only deck that I own. This is called my journey layout. When you want a journey layout, all you have to do is ask me what this layout means, and I will be happy to explain that to anybody out there. should clip that, but I don't think I'll make it in time to do that. So, okay. Maybe I'll have to do that one just one more time. So, do 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 do. That was hilarious. Okay, just in case anybody is wondering, this is my journey layout. So if you ever want to know what this layout means, happily ask me. Go back to, I don't care. I know. All right, here we go. Rock and roll. So moving forward, I am sponsored by W Energy Drinks. That's right. That's for gamers who like to get their game on all day long. I use it to help me get my tarot reading energy up because after a long day of doing tarot readings, I do have a lot of low energy. So I would highly recommend. The flavors are awesome. I absolutely would recommend their flavoring. They're all natural content. Made me even want to go with it even better. And I can say that when I drank these, they kept me energized throughout that day. But now that I don't have any more, I can't use my W Energy drink, so I have to wait for us to get some more. So I'm gonna go use my coupon codes to go get that. That's 10% off. Use my name at the checkout there. All right. I'm also a part of the Paranormal Partnership Network. That's where paranormal groups who are on YouTube share their links with one another or the community at large. If you'd like to find out where real ghost hunters are, go check out the Paranormal Partners now. All right, and this is also being brought to you by people that I love and sponsor: the Parapost Network, the Global Ghost Hunt, and the Unified Paranormal Program. The PPN Network is just a part of that small, little, wonderful thing that we have there going on there. So don't forget to, guys, check out these programs today. The Unified Paranormal Program is about a paranormal group of people who come together to try to bring their fields together so that they can finally prove that this is a legitimate field of study, that we have proven that there is something out there. What that is yet, we have yet to determine, but now we have the ability to not only do this in scientific ways, but metaphysical ways, So we all kind of come together and we share our stories, we share our investigations, and we want to have a nice, positive, ego-free platform to do that with. So there's a global ghost hunt coming in October. If you guys want to see the real ghost hunters, if you want to see the people out there who really go out there into the field and really do this, not the commercialized version of some of those other shows you might see on TV, these guys are actual ghost hunters. They're using their own money. They're using their own equipment. They're not even putting it out there for the general public to see, except for this event. We are doing hundreds of different locations, and that you can kind of finally find out there. There are a lot of different teams from America to Canada to across to the UK. So be sure, if you want to check out some awesome ghost hunting, to do that today. And also, I am doing this through my parent company, the Blue Sphere Productions. That's where I do all my creative endeavors through. That includes my Josh show. Okay, that's enough of that. Oops. Shanta, how you doing this morning? What blessings are coming your way? Let's see. Let's see what my cards have to say for you. You know the drill. How many times do you want me to shuffle? 1 through 10. I'm feeling good. I got my 420 medicine last night, so my pain level is a lot lower than it has been for a week. And I'm not doing that right now on stream, so I do 420 tarot reading streams, but those can kind of get scary for people because I tap into the exact source of the divine there, and divine's not always a nice person. Sometimes I'm very blunt, and also I've pulled out stuff that no one wants anyone to know, you know, so that can kind of be weird for the people. Okay, so we got 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh, okay. I'm gonna count that as a jumper. That hit the table without it being a shuffle. So that's a dang. Okay, and now 34. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and the 34th card is now on top there for you, buddy. How are you doing, by the way? Oh, yeah, you said you were doing good. Hopefully you're doing good today. I'm having a pretty good day. Blessings coming your way, huh? Wow, that's pretty deep there, man. Plus that card. Okay. Okay, so Chanta, this is what my cards are saying, and I'll find out for you what my intuitional thoughts are today. So what blessings are coming for you? It will be a time for you to rediscover yourself again. It will be a time for you to really get back into the self-discovery of the who and what you truly want to be, who you want the world to see, who you want to be able to say, I want to die like this. So you'll be reassessing your life a little bit and uncovering the dirt that's been on this puzzle piece that's been kind of blocking you from seeing that future. And it's gonna take you revisiting some of the things in the past only to have honoring them so that you can start to use those tools. So all of this experience up to this point is getting you ready to be able to go into the next phase of your life. So the world had to show you what you might not have wanted to have happen in your life in order to get you ready for now you know what you do want in your life. So sometimes life works out like that. Then it may look like a negative card. Sometimes the guilt card can look like that, but there may be some unresolved guilt there that you have yet to deal with. Whether you feel guilty about the success you are having or you are guilty about something that you may have done that you're not exactly proud of that which you have done. There's something, maybe you're even feeling guilty on a daily basis that you're not taking good care of yourself. You can feel guilty in a lot of different ways. It's not a negative emotion, it's how you use that emotion. Are you using it to process forgiving yourself for these simple things you know you can't control? And that you have to start to say to yourself, forgiving yourself for the little mistakes you make, because that is going to start to chip away at you. That's what's going to start to add that extra layer of ice to be thrown up upon you, so that you have this big crack of guilt that's not gonna be able to be melted very easily. So, but it's all about you going through the process of forgiving self for whatever it is you may have done. So through this reassessment process, forgiving yourself for those past mistakes, letting go of the guilt attached to it, so that you can start to move forward. So this is a grieving process for you to be able to go into that future where now you can start to use this, because this can be the sugars in your fermentational drink, the thing that you want to create in your life right now, the thing that you want to have happen in your life, the blessings that you want, that you can see, because you are going to have to do some of the work. You're going to decide what kind of sugars are going to go into that elixir that you want to turn into the elixir of Licensing Day. What kind of yeast are you adding? What kind of barbs, hobs, what kind of spices are you adding? And then you're going to have to let it sit for a while and do its job, because it's going to take a while for it to fermentate. And then once you're finally done with it, you can't just drink it right away. You've got to pasteurize that bad bitch by turning it, not not pasteurizing, at least straining it out so that you have that elixir of life for which you are ready now to drink. But, so that takes a little bit of time, but that does come to fruition. So that means that you will be drinking an elixir of life that will be brought back into your life again. Because this is definitely your unseen path moment. This path has been right in front of you the whole time. You just didn't think that doing this would mean anything. And that's exactly what you need to do in order for you to get to the end of that beautiful dock where you can start to see that the world has a lot more beauty in front of you than ugliness behind you. And then you can finally find that path that is not too hard for you to do, but not too easy for you to do, but one that you are finally going to say, I'm going to forge myself. So a path of rediscovery is definitely upon you, and finding out the power that you have inside of yourself by really going back to the basic person of who you were, by letting go of old bad patterns and mistakes, and by letting go of those things which I've been feeling guilty about, and forgiving myself for those mistakes and saying, now from this point forward I've got to move forward, because I am adding those ingredients into my drink so that it will become this elixir in which I will be able to sip and enjoy for a long time ahead, because it is my unseen path. That's your reading there, Shelly, not Shelly, Chacha. Oh, and your destiny, your message from the gods. Okay, here you go. Stop trying to put too many fires. You have to start putting out the fires that you no longer are serving you. You've got way too many projects going on, or way too many things going on. You have to kind of start to pick and choose which ones you really need to start paying attention to, because the only one you should be paying attention to is your main goal that you have right now. That's the fire in front of you you have to feed. That's the one you have to watch. That's the one that the only one you should be responsible for. You can't let all these other little things going on in your life keep you from doing the one thing you really want to do in your life. So extinguish all those bad old flames that you're not doing anything with anyway. But if you keep thinking you have to reserve time for that, when you realize you've gotten rid from all of that thing, you realize how much time you actually have. I used to do this in preparation for that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, I don't do that anymore. Wow, how much more time do I have in the mornings now? So that's that for you there, young person. Okay, Shelly, welcome on in. I just saw you pop up. Good day. You can have a career reading. Yes, you can. Give me a second to do a cleansing shuffle from Chanta's reading here. And then we'll get you a career reading. Past, present, and the future. Kind of telling you what you need to rock and roll with, okay? So this one's for you. So, Shelly, all I need from you, you're very welcome, Chanta. I hope that helped you today. So, we're going to get Shelly a reading here. And that is all I need from you is to choose a number 1 through 10. That's how many times I'm shuffling this deck for you. And then I will ask you to pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where the answer will be in your deck. I count that many cards out. Don't worry about how many cards you want me to count out, okay? So 7 times shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have pick a number 1 through 52, and that is where your answer is in my deck, Shelly. $42. All right, we got that one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and the 42nd card is now on top of my deck. And this is for a career reading for you. And we'll see what careers may be in store for you, or what something how you will be able to find a good career, and what you really will start to need to work on there. Okay, so here we go. So basically, Shelly, we have here what we kind of call the past, present, future kind of a layout there. And what I try to do is I try to divine from your question what you are asking me, right? About you wanted to know if you want a reading on your career. So I'm trying to think of these cards in that kind of context. So what I see is it is now time for you to start to drive towards that dream of yours that you've been wanting to do your whole life. This is your opportunity to start to embark to go on the greatest journey you will ever go on. Because whatever this dream has been from you for a long time, because this dream comes from the past, it's been something you've wanted to do your whole life, and now is the opportunity for you to accomplish this. And this is something you want to do within career. Sometimes the thing that you want to have in life, you have to create. Now, you say, how can I create something out of nothing? You have more um you have more than you think of surrounding you. First of all, you have a vehicle which in to start to move it towards the direction you want it to go in. Then you're going to add things you like your snacks into your seat too. These are the things that are going to keep you sustained, that are going to keep you motivated to keep going towards that dream every single day. Then you're going to make sure you have something to drink, something that's water, something that's sugary, whatever floats your boat there. Maybe some coffee, whatever. But that's what's going to make you keep that fuel in the tank so that you will keep that car going in the direction that you want it to go. Then you're going to start to think about this thing. Where am I going on this map? Am I got 5 miles to go, 10 miles to go? I was tired of walking to get to this location, so now is the time. So maybe there's a driving job that may be out there in the future that may allow you the freedom to not only get the hours you want, but also to give you the opportunities to do some of the things that would fulfill. Maybe there's a business that you can start on your own where you are starting to deliver your products to people, kind of like Grubhub or one of those other places that do that too. But what you have to start to re-embrace more right now in the present is you have to start realizing that you've kind of put yourself into this imaginary box that you think you have to fit in order to be able to call yourself a career kind of this person. You're putting yourself in too small of a box. So that job may not be out there right now, but there are lots of other jobs out there right now, lots of other opportunities. Start thinking about what job would benefit your dreams and goals. What thing could I be searching for that would fit that need? Is my gilded cage idea that I have put myself in right now just that, a cage? I'm just keeping myself locked in this one idea only, and now I can't break free from this? No, you've had the key in your pocket the entire time. All you had to do is go to the door, grab the key, unlock the door, walk outside your happy butt outside the door, turn your happy butt around, close that door, turn that key in that lock one last time and throw it in the center so that you can't get back in those old bad patterns anymore. So start to re-embrace that freedom that you have right now to have this ability. You may think you want this career, but you have all of this freedom to do a lot of other things that may take some time in order to turn into your dreams. But this is also my dream stone. So this is the stone of freedom. It gives you the power to chase your dreams and to express yourself in a way that is not only healthy for you, but for the world. How can I turn this into all of my goals and dreams into the thing that I want to do the most with my life? Well, as you can see, I've become a tarot reader. So that's what I'm doing with my life. And that's what I want to be doing with my life. But for you, you still got to embrace, what this dream is. I just want you to re-embrace that you can do it. Because the only thing stopping you is to have that really good line of communication between you and the divine of what your clear expectations are of what you want to accomplish someday. So, in this career that you want, it's going to be something to do with communicating as well. So, something maybe with driving and communicating that gives you the freedom to do some of the things that you want to do. But communicating clearly about what you want. So, giving yourself a broader search base. Like, I like customer service jobs, okay? But if I only search for one kind of customer service, I'm not going to get those applications into the right places in order to be able to get the answer that I want. No, if I have to become a little bit more broader thinking, what else can do something that is of service? Oh, I became a bus driver at one point. I became a food managing person. I was a toy stocker, toy builder. I was a lot of different things in my life, but the point was is I had to learn how to communicate with what I was wanted to do at the time to fulfill the need of what I needed to really be doing. And each job gave me a better opportunity and a better outlook on my life. And then there's this card because you're going to have to come to some sort of acceptance within yourself that you have to be true to you. You have to come to that beautiful acceptance of who you truly are because that is what's going to hold you close within that career. So, this is something you hold very true to yourself. That you know you have to accept that this is a part of who you are. You know you could do this. You just would have to buckle down and really, really think about it and plan it out about how you want it to do. So it's kind of like you saying, yeah, I know that I kind of pigeon myself in this. Maybe it's time to try something new. So maybe coming to that acceptance might be this is just yet another stage of grief that we kind of go through. This is the last stage. We don't think that acceptance is a stage of grief, but it is, because until we get to that moment where you can go, now I'm telling myself the truth, and take that deep breath, and then you make that weird noise or sound or breath after you tell yourself the truth, whatever tick you may have for telling the truth. Whenever I've tell myself the truth, I always take this kind of a deep little sigh right after I say the truth, like that, just for example. But it's just about accepting that the situation is what it is right now. You have to be the one in the driver's seat to get what you are looking for. You have to have that freedom to be able to go outside of that comfort zone, outside of that cage you've been used to, but communicate clearly with what you want so that you can go get exactly what you want, because you need to come to some sort of acceptance about this whole situation that some of this or all of this may fit together to be that career you want to get. That's your answer. I hope that helped you in some way. Remember, guys, if you have the ability to donate, I do these by donations, but I understand not everyone can afford to do a donation. But if you would like to donate to me in any way, shape, or form, it's about time I dropped my donation links into the chat. So remember, guys, there's a lot of other ways besides tipping me money. You can also share my site and links out there. You can go to any of the sites that I'm a part of and see those links today. So, and this is just so everyone can see these links. You don't feel too obligated. Oops. What the heck was that now? That wasn't what I wanted to do. What the heck was that now? I swear by the Almighty God. Forget, I don't have no idea what that was about though. You're very welcome. I hope that gives you at least some inspiration and some thoughts about what you should work on. My last minute intuitional thoughts is that I kind of feel like you're a very like about the world kind of a person. Maybe it's something like travel agent or something to do with travel, or something you doing where you could go to different places, do other things, but still earn a good job and enough money to be able to not only do keep for yourself, because I don't know if it's just you or just you and another person, but what about trucking or some kind of a bed and breakfast or something? It feels like you should go somewhere and put your energies into that kind of a deal. That's what my intuition is telling me to tell you. take it for what you're worth. So don't go live out in the country because I told you go live in the country. Maybe that's something that you've thought of, maybe doing farm-ish work or whatever. Yeah, it's just something you've always wanted to do. I have no idea what this is. I'm trying to figure it out, but sometimes I can only see what they will let me see. So I call myself the telephone of the gods for the reason. That's why I'm the unknown prophet. So, I'm just gonna have some tobacco. I wanted a cigarette, but feel free to sit here, chill, chat, and chill if you would like to. Spread the old word around. I appreciate you stopping by, Shelly. I really do hope and wish you the best. Right now, I'm gonna have a tobacco smoke. So, I do cannabis for a tarot reading stream once in a great blue moon, guys. And that is usually when I tap into the divine really, really good. I mean, scary good. And I have really freaked a couple of people out during those readings because there were things that there were no possible way some guy in Minnesota could know. And it was kind of like this thing where it's like, how did he freaking know that, you know? And that's a scary thing because when you've never told us a living soul that, so I'm gonna share those links in the chat there. I'm gonna pin those to the top there, so that anybody who would like to donate to me can have that resource to know where to do that with. But there's a lot of fun ways to show me there. Here, I'll show you the best way to effing to show me the love out there, guys. You really want to make my day. You want to really make me feel like I did you a good solid today. Hey, especially with you being on Facebook, Shelly, go to there and click on my review page and please give me a review about how I did today. That would be awesome. So if you can do that for me, that's payment. That's a donation. I take that any day. So there, I asked you to go tell your story. You can tell me, just say exactly what you said here. That's it. Mm-hmm. You're very welcome. That's what I'm here to do. Try to help you find the best possible path for you. That's what my cards were designed to do, honestly. I designed these cards to help me kind of divine for myself the path that I felt like I needed to go on at the moment. Because I have always been kind of a vagabond kind of a person, going from goal to goal, dream to dream, trying to find out and accomplish as many of them as possible. And some people have thought that this was kind of the lofty idea for me to do kind of thing. You know, they didn't think it would be something people would want to buy or see. And that might be true, but that wasn't the point. The point was the point of creation. I created something and made it real in this world. I'm an artist for a reason. You know, I have a ton of art over here that I'm looking at that I've painted throughout the years. And I have still yet to paint within me. And there are a lot of lovely things that I like to do. I make custom make staffs for not walking staffs, but they're kind of artistic walking sticks. You could probably walk with them as long as you were careful, I guess. They're more ornamental kind of things. So yeah, I'd have to go online and show you all of that stuff there. Maybe one day we'll do a tour of my Blue Sphere Productions a little bit there, my site there, and then I'll show you all the things I've done over the years. I have 2 books out there. Actually, I have 3 books out there. I have the Stories of Joshua Adam Thunders, which was the first life story I ever told, and I want to be able to write a new book called Unknown Freedom. That's what I'm going to be writing next. That's going to be the what my message to the world. And I should probably get to doing that sometime soon. along with going into this new chapter of ghost hunting in my life and being able to be a part of that. Please. So I thought Lucifer was doing something weird. No, just my wife using her walker. So if anybody else out there would love a reading, I've got nobody else in the queue or on the list right now. So I'm open for anybody who might want one. I do two different kinds of readings here, guys. I do your typical past, present, and future reading. And then I pull you an extra destiny card that kind of ties that whole reading together. And then I do what I call the journey layout, which is a 8-card layout where I take you down a lot of different paths, trying to help you find the best possible path for you. It's where you get the most answers to most of the questions that you want. I will explain this if anyone would like me to, so just let me know you would like that to me explain my journey layout, and I will do that. Other than that, guys, I'm here to just help you guys in any way I can. So I'm really trying to give you the best advice possible. I am trying to give you show you that there's a positive way of thinking about things when I'm giving you my advice. I am not a doctor or a lawyer or any kind of an expert, except other than being a professional tarot reader for at least 25 years. So at least that I've been doing it for other people, and no one's ever told me I've done a bad job, except one person. One person. I think they told me I didn't get their reading right. Did someone die in your family recently? Seriously, okay. I know you're kind of being goofy for your friends, but seriously, died recently in your family. There I go. Tipping into another reality again. So here we go, guys. We're gonna. How about we put a little bit of music or something out there? It won't be anything really amazing, but it's something. And this is brought to you by StreamYard, the Parapost Network, W Energy Drinks, the Blue Sphere Productions, and above all else, me, the Unknown Prophet. Give me a second here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to just be real with you for a second. I'm going to turn this music off now because you asked a very good question there, Chanto. There's something that I can give you to help you do that exactly. And it doesn't require a reading for me to give you this, okay? And this is something I've used for almost my whole life. So 40 years of experience will tell you whether or not you want to try this or not, okay? But what I need you to do is I need you to go find an ugly old rock somewhere out in your yard, one that kind of represents all of the things that you want to release that wound of, okay? Something that clearly represents that wound, okay? And I want you to bring it back into your house. And I want you to ask your higher power to fill it with the deepest, darkest well it can ever have. It will take any and all negativity that you will throw into that well, but only one thing that you truly need to be free of or rid of in your life. This old wound that you want to be free of, think about that. One thing is the only thing that you want to be free of in your life. I want you to do this for no more than 1 year and a day. So do it as long as you feel you need to do it, but think about what you want to let go of, put it into this rock, allow this rock to be able to take it from you, and any other negative, bad thoughts that might come throughout the day because of that thought, throw it into that rock. And then think about that. Have your higher power help you do this. Then when you are ready, I want you to go find some place where you can never get this rock back. And I want you to go and I want you to go throw it away. And I want you to yell and scream all that energy that you have bent up with inside of you for holding on to this wound for so long. I want you to go get rid of that energy as long as you're getting rid of it in a place you can never get it back, like in a lake or a forest where you will never be able to find that rock ever again. Don't mark it with anything special. That way, if someone were ever to happen upon it ever again, hey, welcome Theories of Unholy. They would never worry about that. Once it hits the ground, Mother Earth will take all of that energy back to itself, and it will be able to recycle that back into new positive energy someday. Then I want you to go find a beautiful rock, one that you find very beautiful, maybe your birthstone, or maybe something that some kind of a pretty stone that you kind of have an affinity for. And I want you to do the exact opposite. I want you to ask your higher power to fill that with the brightest light that you can ever imagine. Fill it with the warm, squishy feelings that you have had in your life, the happy memories, the happy days that you have in your life. Start throwing all the positive energy that you can possibly throw into it. Every time you have a good day, just say, I had a good day. I'm going to store that for later. And then I want you to put that one thing that you want to have back in your life, that one thing that you want to bring back into your life. Maybe you want to fulfill that happy little squeaky thing inside of yourself that you've been waiting to get filled. Okay, well, then let's work on that. Let that be the one thing that you put back into your life again. And I want you to do that for the exact amount of time you did it for the icky rock. So if you did 1 month of getting rid of icky, and then you'll have to have you do an exact 1 month of the good thing before you can use it again. Then whenever you have a bad day or something crappy happens in your life, you grab that stone that you put all this energy into, and then you just go, I need some of this happy right now. And boom, it'll give you what you need. And that's something that I can recommend for anybody out there who wants to get rid of something that they've been holding on to for a while. I call that a last stone. Okay. And that's the last stone you will ever have to cast against yourself for this thing that has been going on in your life. So there you go. Hopefully, I highly recommend that for releasing old wounds. Okay. And welcome on in, Theories of Unholy. Dun, 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 dun. So that hopefully that will resonate with you there, Shanta. I highly recommend you do that. Hey, Lexi, what's up, my man? Thanks for the lurk. I truly appreciate that. I know survivor's guilt is something, but I want you to think of this. Right now, all those people that you've lost are standing behind you with their wings, giving you all of the love and energy that you need in order to do this, to be able to forgive yourself finally, because they have already forgiven you. Those people have already forgiven you. They love you and they don't have a reason to hate you anymore. They don't have a reason to keep them here even anymore. You just have to remember one thing: they've already forgiven you for anything. Now you're the only one hanging on to that guilt. As soon as you forgive yourself, you'll be free, because they have already done that for you. All right. Hey, I'm sorry, Rosalind. I just saw you pop in. I was finishing up giving some advice to a friend of mine here. We can do you a reading here. General reading to help you find out about your career, not a problem. I would need a number 1 through 10 from you to tell me how many times you would like me to shuffle the deck for you, Rosalind. And please just pose it once. I will get to you eventually. So I know you want to kind of get my attention with 3 times the same message, but okay, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that is where your answer is in my deck. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the 17th card is now on top. That's where your answer is in my deck. Let's see what they have for you to know. Okay. Okay. So hopefully this will answer that question that you have for me, huh? My name is, when will my career flourish? How long will it take, right? So let's consider what's happened up to this point. So what's been in your way here? You have to remember that some of which has happened to you in your past was designed to do one thing: get you to stop doing the bad old patterns that keep you from doing that which you want to do. You want to flourish in this career. Sometimes you have to take your dreams and goals and make them into the thing that you want to be doing the most. So the Gardenia Rose card is just like that. It is one of the most resilient flowers out there. It can grow in the light. It can grow in the dark. It can grow pretty much anywhere. It starts out as one flower and blossoms into a couple different flowers. It does this because it has the ability to show more of itself than just one part of itself. So it has a lot of different colors. It is a rose and a gardenia kind of spliced together as one. So this card is my mother's card. So there's some motherly advice out there from your past that you could go seek about what's kind of stopping you, something that maybe you haven't really seen yourself, that someone's got to kind of point out to you, that gets that message into your head. Just like my mom always told me, that I want to tell you, you have to remember 3 things. First of all, you are worthy of that which you seek. Number 2, you have the power. Number 3, you are always loved no matter what. And I want you to always reach for your dreams. That's the 3 things my mom always used to tell me. Did she do everything perfect in her life? No, but what human does? She was one of the most creative people out there. She did things like create works of art, like the Christmas wreaths and those spring and summer wreaths you would want to hang up in your house. She created beautiful potpourri and beautiful plants and things that she kind of put together to make it look, awesome. So maybe there's something creative out there that might be in your future that you might be wanting to think about doing. So something is definitely keeping you locked in one pigeonholed spot. You've crystallized your gaze to be only one thing. And all you can see is this one thing. And yes, it keeps you safe and secure. And this is a thing you're used to. But you're kind of stunting your growth a little bit by not looking outside of the box that you've been used to for such a long time. Maybe it's time to break apart that ice, that cold, rigid outward and interior, exterior. Shake off that ice and go, maybe I need to start considering something besides the thing I'm used to. Maybe there's something that I could do that could fulfill a long-felt, heartfelt dream of mine I've always had, but never really said to myself, it's time to go do that. Well, guess what? It's time to go do that. So break free from your past that doesn't allow you to stop you in place. Get yourself on thought and get yourself ready to start to grow again, because you have that ability to do so. You just want to be ultra protective right now because you're afraid you'll get hurt again. Well, the best experience is pain and pleasure together as one. They've always been dance partners. Okay. And whether or not you want to admit it or not, our lives are filled with both pleasures and pains. And whether you like that in your other aspects of your life, I'm not one for that myself. So basically, I'm just saying, let's get back to this birch tree though. This birch tree is one about letting go of some of the things you've been holding on to in your life that you aren't really going to be able to let go of. That memory of something that happened to me that I don't like to think about sometimes, I'm going to take a little bit of a sliver off of me and allow that to kind of go into the wind, kind of like a paper birch tree. It kind of peels its skin a little bit. It does this not only to let go and release of some of the old bad stuff it has inside of itself, but to take in a breath of new fresh air, to take in that new source of energy, that new source of light. Because as I'm starting to break free from that cage that I put myself in, that birch tree splits itself on purpose so that it can breathe a little bit easier, so that it can gather that moisture a little bit easier. Because birch trees are one of the most resilient trees here in Minnesota. They can pretty much survive any kind of inclement weather here in Minnesota. They are very strong, stable trees. They have a lot to go within believing within your spirit and believing within yourself and knowing that you have that persistence to be able to do what you're seeking. So be persistent about that job hunt. Don't just do it once. Do it once a day, at least once a day, and try to get as many applications out there as possible, because that's what this card is telling you to do. It's telling you it's time to share the information out with the universe. So get your resume looking correct, making sure that everything is going, that everything looks right there, that make sure you have everything that you need to represent you and who you are, and then go show them who you truly are and why you're really passionate about wanting to be there. If you can tie your goals and dreams into that which you are applying for, an employer is going to gobble you up like little jelly beans out of the kids' candy store free bucket of candy, okay? So go take that back. So remember to share as much information as possible. So grow in even the light and dark places. So maybe there's some parts you haven't thought about. Go get that motherly advice that might help you in your journey. Don't be so rigid and protective about going down one role and pitching, so you're holding yourself into one spot. Break free of that ice and start that growth again, and allowing your exterior to start to melt, to open up yourself to new ideas of growth. Be that resilient birch tree that's going to allow itself to take those things that are no longer serving it and split it away from the skin so it can breathe that new fresh breath of fresh air once again. Now, just to make sure that we're not cutting ourselves or doing anything like that to give ourselves nice new fresh air as humans, birch trees do it. We're humans, don't do that. Please share all the information with the universe that you have, that you want to be able to make clear expectations of what kind of a job you want. See yourself getting that job in your mind and keep that positive thought going every single day. That's what will keep you going towards accomplishing that career goal and dream. So I do think it's a little bit of a good sign for you though, because in order for us to be able to accomplish our dreams, we want to be able to share that dreams. Oops. Wait, how did I do that? Okay, wait, oh, oops, I hit the wrong button. So that is your reading for today. My last minute intuitional thoughts is that I think you have to put the power of belief back into your repertoire. You have to put the power of believing in your dream and believing that you will be able to accomplish what you want. Because the more you believe in it, the more it will become real in your life, especially for you. That's what I'm truly feeling. So believe it, and then make all those small little goals that will help you get to your goal and dream, and then maybe use a little bit of determination to get there. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. I know I'm going to have some tobacco. So if anybody else would like a reading, please just let me know in the chat. I am open with nobody waiting in line right now. Shit, where the hell did my StreamYards go now? Fuck. Did I accidentally? Nope. Good. Okay, good. All right, guys, I'm back. You're very welcome, Rosalind. Have a great day. I wish you the best. Don't forget to throw in that review on Facebook and let people know how I did for you today. I would truly appreciate that. You can go to my page, The Unknown Prophet /reviews, and I've got a page on Facebook for that. So check that out. Oh, that coffee was divine. Time to refill. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know you're saying, wow, that's a lot of sugar. Yes, I live to love my life. You want to be miserable all your life, you go right ahead. You have fun with that. I'm going to enjoy every last second I can enjoy. I lived a life, half of my life in misery. I plan to live half of my life in joy. Whether or not it's actually joyful, I will find the joy in my life every single day. Because today can be and will be my best day ever. I mean, I'm literally a baggie away from grabbing my green and giving you all 420 readings. Yeah. If anybody would like me to do a 420 stream with my tarot reading, remember, I'm extra sensitive. I have like a very close connection with the divine at that kind of time. So when they come and tell you things that I have no way of knowing, remember that came from the divine, not me. Okay. Oh. Oh, did I delete it? Yep, never mind. It's gone. What? What is it, fuzzball? My buddy is kind of comes to say hello. So, okay. Back into something. Have a good day. You'll do just fine. You'll do just fine. I know that's very hard to forgive, but forgive the other person involved and forgive the other situation involved. Forgive everything, and you will be just fine. It's time to let go of it and allow yourself to know that you were survived for a reason. Maybe survive to get to this moment where you could finally do something that would make you feel like you could accomplish anything. And all you had to do was let go and love once again. I wish you the best, Chanta. I really do. Right, my Hoosman Panther Hunter. Right, my Hoosman Panther Hunter. Oh, who's my husband? Who's my hunter? Oh, oh, my little husband. Oh, who I love my little husband. My little husband. Arr. If you want to come up here for a while, come on up. Lucy, you want up? Okay. Lucy. Well, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pinch you. All right, we're gonna have our show kitty come say hi today. This is young little Lucifer. He's the only devil that I worship. He is my little angel. I love him so much. We named him after the Netflix series Lucifer because we loved that show so much, and we thought the next kitty I got, I wanted to be able to name this time, and because Beth got to name the last kitty, and I picked Lucifer. And so when people ask me if I worship the devil, I say, "Oh, he's kind of taking a nap right now, but yeah, he likes to worship me too for some reason. I don't know why." Are you talking about the devil? I'm talking about my little devil, my little kitty cat. Yeah, he's oh my god. So we get a little cat therapy here. If you have a pet at home, treat them well, treat them with kindness, treat them with the respect that they deserve, because they will do things like this with you every once in a while. It will make your day even brighter. So anybody out there who has their fur baby, just give them an extra squish and just tell them how much you love them today. This goofball tries to wiggle in my arm. You see how big this goofball is? When he was little, he could fit right about here. He could fit in the crick of my hand. He would do the same thing when he was a kitten. Right? And he would just sit there with the cutest little ball of blackness. Because he'd curl up into a little ball, and I'd just be like, well, I guess I have my ball with me today, my black crystal ball. I wonder if it purrs. Oh, yeah, it does. This little brat brings me so much joy. See? I wish you guys could see this. He's like on his side, head over my arm, all tipped back like. Yeah, I just had to adjust. So me and my kitty are just visiting with you guys here right now. So if anybody who needs a reading, I will let Mr. Lucifer loose back into this world, and you all have to deal with my estranged kitty cat who wanted to come and snuggle with me. Oh, I don't know if you guys will be able to resist such cuteness. The world's not ready for this much cuteness. Nope, can't watch. Nope, no, don't see. You can't see the cuteness. What? Into the unknown dare I seek, or say that I see the shape I see. Only then do I know for sure that a black cat is unknown. That's what we're here to do, guys. Here to give you the best advice possible, the best reading I can give you, and get to see my beautiful kitty cat snuggle with me every once in a while. I'm about to start the blaze. I swear to God, guys. God, leave it a little further. Sorry, kid. I had to press the ejection seat there. Oh, even that's not. All right, we're gonna go full tilt kitty, man. There's no way, man. That's just too. What do you think, guys? Should I do a four? Should I change my stream to 420 only? All right, let's go through all of them here. Does this sound familiar, guys? That's my clock. This is called Dance Pop. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, baby, blue. Oh, baby, blue. Here goes the morning. Here goes the shining flame. Here comes the slide. Here comes the hop. Here comes the wiggle, wiggle. Here comes the top. Dance like nobody's watching. 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 Oh, good, I have a comment. Hello! How are you doing today, Marie? Welcome to my secret lair. No, hi, how you doing? I am doing a divine connecting moment here for Maria. I am currently rocking the 420 high right now, but I'm still doing good. I just get a little bit more sensitive and a little bit more, like I get a lot more messages. So a lot of my natural guards come down. I'm going to turn this off for a second. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I'm doing great, by the way. I'm having absolutely the best morning ever. And, I just started rocking a little bit of my green medicine to help me with my pain that I'm experiencing today. So I don't normally do this, but I do at least one of these a month. So considering that it's in the 10 o'clock hour, I'm having a little bit of my cannabis. And what that does is it sometimes increases my psychic abilities by a very big percentage, but I also become a lot more blunt sometimes. So this isn't going to be your baby sister's tarot reading, okay? The duck and the sun aren't going to come out always in your favor. Here I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, and sometimes I will say something to exhaustion because I'm trying to get a point across. So So that's what we're currently doing. Otherwise, we're just chilling, we're chillaxing, we're relaxing, we're having ourselves a good old time. That's about it. How are you doing, Marie? And I understand if you don't want to get a reading from me right now because I'm doing that. So, but I have been increasingly good, even better than I normally am when I do this. So it's happen. I only do it once in a great blue moon. So consider this the once in a blue moon, except for the July 4th celebration. That one will be a 420 stream. So I kind of like the music. I think I just need to turn it down a little bit. Okay, daydreaming. This is daydreaming. This is called feeding the ducks. This is feeding the ducks right here. I could work with this. Freestyle. The unknown prophet style. Uh, 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 uh. Shining lights. City of night. Moon shining bright. The rockin' life is tight. I have walked into more than I discovered because I walked into the fire. Now that tomorrow may break the beautiful beach, the beautiful day. All I've got to tell you now is moving now and treat like the certain we take. The moment we come, the moment we break, and the beautiful song that sings in the city, but the in the ledge, it's the birds in the trees, and the birds and the bees, and all that we see are we need. Rockin', truckin'. See? See? There you go. Give that rockin'. Here's that into space music again. All right. I'm okay with that one. Lo-fi. This is like lo-fi. This is when you say something really trippy to the universe and people kind of sit there and they listen and they go, hey, he's about to say something profound. Look, any moment now. He's about to say something profound. Dude, turn off the TV. Please, turn off the TV. Then you won't have to see me anymore. And this version of me goes away. This video version gets to go back to sleep. I really feel for the video version of me. You know, there's some universe where I am the sick one. And as I sit here talking to all of you, I'm talking to another audience that nobody else can see. And the coolest part of having these abilities is you get such a bunch of this communication you get between you and the divine. Okay, I mean, knowing for a fact that there's more than one kind of way of viewing God. There's more than one way of following with good faith. There's more than one way of following and being proud of who you are and what you are, and that we are all born perfectly. If God did not want people to be gay, there would be no gay people. Why does he keep creating them then? They can't all be you faking it. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that's it, man. I already did the thing I needed to do. We got that music. That's lo-fi. How about night driving? Let's see what night driving's like. Look. Drive cities. What's going on today? I drive cities. I'm driving all the way. Book my tunes. Up in smoke now. I think I got a choke now. I don't know where I spoke now, but I think I was broke now. And even if I was now, I think I'm gonna choke now and dream the city like driving by, moving away, gotta get high. I'm rocking my breast monkey, games of snakes on the late night kick. Now I dream tomorrow days when roomies on her trip. Small motor kills, pay me my voice to be there tonight. She is divine, I call her God. All hail the small motor skills. Oh, that we know and love. Have some cocky now. And broke this blood on me. Gonna drive now, we're gonna drive now. We're gonna drive now, we're gonna drive now. We're gonna drive now, we're gonna drive now. Driving. Driving down the road we go, driving down the road we go. You right here. Oh, my friends, I speak the truth. I hear the highs. I hear the voices from deep inside. I rock the boat. I know the load, and all I know is my dreams are toke, and I hear the connection between me and the divine. And the divine speaks to me, and I say what I mean, and I know it to be true. With the 5 paths I showed you. This is called rock. I don't know what I have to do. Eat a banana? Oops, here we go. I have somebody. Okay, stop playing musical games. Haha. Welcome in. Yeah, I was testing out some of the background music today on this app that I have. So we were kind of going through some of the. Here we go. That was rock we were just playing. The one before this is night driving. This is lo-fi. This is Into Space. This is Feeding the Ducks. This is Daydreaming. This is Dance Pop. This one takes a little bit, so we got to give it a shot here. I'll be right back in chat in just a second here. Okay, now you kind of get the idea here. Okay, it's kind of disco-y. Then we have acoustic cinematic. If you hear my show opening, this is when the timer is going on. So, I was trying to decide which one I liked the most there, and I kind of liked this one the most here. So coming back to you guys here. All right, Hyper, you are up in the queue. Rock and roll, young lady. Hopefully this works for you today. And here we go. If you needed me to turn down the music a little bit so you can hear me better, just let me know so that I can keep it nice and light for you here. All right, so all I need you to do is to tell me how many times you would like me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10. And then I'm going to give you a special reading because I feel that you might need it. One through 10, dear. I'm not shuffling 44 times. 1 through 10. Speaking 1, 2, 3, 1 through 3. Oh, it says 1 through 10, 1 through 10. Oh, I see you now. Oh, wait, I'm just messing with you anyway. Okay, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Now, I really want you to consider this number. I really want you to ask yourself what you truly want to know and what path you truly belong on in your life. I want you to ask yourself what you truly need to be happy. And when you're considering this, think of all those things that matter to you the most. And that is what I will find in your cards today by taking you on the journey layout with me. I will explain it here in just a moment, but pick a number between 1 and 52. Whatever number you want, we count out that many cards, and that's where your journey begins in my deck. And without even realizing it, you've already picked the first card. That's just great. Keep that. That's awesome. Always go with the first number that pops in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and the 44th card is now on top. Now, just because I would like to explain this to you before we get into your actual reading, okay? Just so that you can follow along with me, okay? And that I'm giving you a very special reading right now on the house because I just felt like something's telling me you need this more than any one person right now. So, this is my journey layout. And if the music is too loud for you, please let me know. I can turn that off while I explain this to you, okay? I'm going to wait for your answer on that real quick. Okay, so this is how this journey layout works, okay? First, I'm going to deal out to you your past path. That's all about those past victories and defeats that have gotten in your way up to this point. But eventually, even though we have a lot of victories and defeats, we have to turn ourselves around and face that future. That is what the next step you are about to take. So, how am I to take that step forward and get past this past that I have? Then I take you onto the weight path. That is where you have to make these logical and emotional choices together to make the best possible decision that we want to make. It's what is kind of leading you towards the best possible choice that maybe you're sitting there waiting for an answer, or maybe this card helps you kind of divine what you are been waiting to hear so that you can go accomplish what you want to do. But today is all about that. It's a little bit of the it's about you maybe getting a little bit stuck sometimes. So, what do you need to do to move forward and choose a path that is before you? Then I have you choose one of three different paths. Okay, and this is where you do a little bit of choice game. Okay, where you get to choose between your hard path, which is about one of all about overcoming your obstacles to get to your goal very, very quickly. But you spend so much energy going through all the hills and valleys and things to get there that you have that energy lag at the end. You have to take a nice long break after accomplishing that goal so quickly because now you have to take a break because you spent way too much energy doing that. Then my easy path tells you all about that one step at a time approach. You're making a lot of little goals along the way. You don't get to your major goal very quickly, but you do eventually get there. When you've reached the end of your path, you now have way more energy than you had to begin with, and then you have not only momentum and speed, but now you have an idea of what it will take to accomplish to get to that final stage of accomplishing the dream. So that is what the easy path is all about. And the unseen path is all about that one thing that's been staring you right in the front of your face this entire time, that's been trying to tell you, hey, pay attention. You haven't been looking very closely because it's been right there. You can't see it. You're too close to it. So you have to kind of pull yourself away and get the big picture of what's right in front of your nose because it's a tiny bit of the easy, a tiny bit of the hard, but definitely it's a path you carve yourself because you haven't seen it before. You are making the path as you go. So you take along what you need to give in order to reach the end of your goal. Then I take you down your home path, which is all about what you need to bring within yourself or what you need to expel within yourself. And then I tell you about your leap of faith card. This is about taking that one giant leap into the unknown that you are not afraid of to take, that gets you past those things which are stopping you from getting to those things which you want the most in life. So it's about taking that one giant leap. We all know what we're jumping into. We're just not sure how we're going to land. Well, maybe this gives you an idea of not only what you're jumping into, but how that landing will go as well. And what can I do to overcome that easier? Then my wandering path card is all about that one choice and or decision you decided not to make that might have benefited towards your journey, that might have helped you along the way. It wasn't the path that had any time, location, space, anything. It was just you wandering about whenever you felt like just going about and living life. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You just have to go live life. And whatever happens on a daily basis is what happens on a daily basis. So that's the journey layout for you. So just so you understand, as we go along, we will be covering each one of those paths, okay? So as I deal these out, we have your past path card. Okay, on top of that, we have your weight path card. To your my this would be my right, that would be your hard path. Then we go to your immediate left, and that would be your easy path. Then we go right up here on top of the deck one more time, and that is your unseen path, okay? Then on top of your easy path, or actually underneath your easy path, is your home card, okay? And underneath your hard path is your leap of faith card, okay? So as of right now, you have 8 cards, and this is your 5 paths, okay? And we're going to discover these together. All right. So first and foremost, let's go with the past path, okay? So what has your past path been like right now? And if you need me to slow down and you need me to go over anything ever again, just let me kind of know in chat. I'll be looking up with you here today. Don't worry about how much time this is taking. I'm giving you this as a spiritual person to another spiritual person who needs this today. So don't worry about donating or doing anything. If you want to give me a nice review afterwards, depending on how I do. Now I don't want to put words in your mouth. So anyway, back to what we're doing your reading for. Okay. Hope you're ready. Reveal unto you the path that you have yet to choose. So in the past, you have been working on doing one thing. You've been working on being that resilient birch tree that can survive any kind of situation. You have built up the kind of armor that protects you so much from this world that now it is becoming so unconducive to protecting you, because now what you have to do is you have to split that armor wide open in order to start letting in some of the more positive things within your future. And then what you're currently working on right now is not about taking in, it is about letting go literally, because you are opening up. That birch tree opens up for a reason. The reason it splits its skin is because it wants to let in that new fresh light, that new fresh moisture, so that it can survive those times when it doesn't have one or the other thing. It does this and allows itself to split just a little bit. It doesn't need this little extra piece of bark. It can split off to me and die a little bit so I can get more air into the whole tree rather than one spot is being sacrificed, basically. So something you have to let go of has got to start happening in that past. You have to start letting go of it. That's the only way new growth can happen. That's basically going on with that birch tree. So that is your past path. Then we go to your waiting path here. Okay, so this is your wait path. Your wait path is about this. Right now in the wait path, what you are considering between is this all these fires that you kind of left burning out there. You have a lot of little fires that you kind of left burning, all these little projects or all these little ideas or things that you think you would someday get around to, but you're just basically, they're just taking up space in your brain for new, better ideas that you know you could actually do and accomplish. I'm guilty of this as well sometimes, but sometimes following your dreams means seeking and putting out the fires that I felt like I needed to keep burning, but I had to say to myself, nope, I don't need that anxiety anymore kicking me from my dreams. That's a fire I'm putting out. I don't need that crushing depression anymore keeping me from my dreams. I'm putting that fire out. Things that I've been used to my whole life that I want to put out. And that's what you have to start working on within your waiting path now, is those are the choices and decisions you have to start making with a logical and emotional mind of which fires do you want to serve right now. Serve the one right in front of you right now, because that is the thing that you need to work on, because you want to make sure that this fire does not go out of control, because if you need to extinguish the fire in front of you, you do it by choice. So now we have a choice for you to make, okay? Here comes choices time, okay? So before you have 3 cards. This is your easy path here where my ring is. This is your unseen path now, right above extinguish here. So this is now your unseen path right there. And this is your hard path right there, okay? So you get to choose which path we go down next. Which card do you want to see first? We are all seeing these cards for the very first time. So this is truly a path of your choosing today. Hard path, this card right here. This is the hard path, so we'll go with that. Okay, so what is the hard path for you right now? I cannot stress enough that this card does not mean you feel guilty about something. Maybe there is something you have a reason to feel a little bit ashamed of something, okay? And you feel like you have to feel that gate. Or maybe you're just going through a stage of grief, getting past those things which you need to forgive yourself for so that you can start to move forward. You're moving through that stage of redemption right now where you're starting to feel less guilty for that which you have done in life and feeling more guilty about the success in which you are about to obtain. Because being guilty is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that there's something that you feel like you don't deserve. Okay, that's what guilt basically is. I don't deserve this. Well, when you finally break free of this ice block stopping you saying, yes, I do deserve this, that's kind of what's going on there in your life right now. So whether you are guilty of feeling like you have succeeded in life, even, we can get to a point where we think we've outgrown everybody we ever used to know, and we've noticed that we have nobody else left around us but our most tightly knit friends. And then we really realize at that specific moment, boom, did I have a support group or do I have a support group? So it's time to start shining that light of positivity back onto that guilt and allowing yourself to forgive yourself with that healing light right now. So let that go. But that might be the hardest thing for you to do in your life right now. Would you like to go to your unseen path or your easy path next? This is the way I'm doing it from now on. Your unseen path. Your unseen path is this. What's been in front of you the whole time has been this. You have to remember that you are the forge, but you have to be the fire as well. Where's your passion? Where's your goal? Where's your dream? Where's your heart? Where's your soul saying to you, I am ready to start working on that which I really want in my life again? If it's me and I want to fix me, well, what do I need to fix about me? What do I need to forgive about myself and stop giving myself such shit for? Am I ready to put myself into the fire to be forged into that thing that I will temper it down into the shape I want to be? That's you getting ready for this moment. You have to be the one who sparks that flame again. That's why it's an unseen path, because you have to be the one who throws the match in. The gas is on, everything is ready for you. All you have to do is flick that furnace on and get that hot metal ready to rock and roll. It's all about you re-believing in yourself again. So that's something that you really need to start to do again. You're rekindling that fire within. So now, would you like to go down? We only have one other path to go down. That's your easy path at this point. So we have this card going for you for your easy path. So let me tell you about this card. This card is my father's card. His name is the Blue Wolf. He goes by that in the faith that we follow. That's his magical name. Now, what does the Blue Wolf mean to you? This is a father figure in your life, or someone who has, or maybe this reminds you of yourself in some way, shape, or form. But he was always kind of a lone wolf to begin with. Ever since I knew him when I was little, he was always that lone wolf that was a very distant part of my life that came around every once in a while to show how much he loved me. And whether I was being the spoiled rotten brat or not, or being this kind of a person who wasn't willing to accept the kind of love he was willing to share in this case, and I took it the wrong way. And then he kind of felt like he was holding back how he felt all of the time with me. And he wished that he'd just express his innermost emotions to me and let him know how much it hurt when I did what I did to him. Now, I'm not going to get into semantics, but let's just say we both hurt each other a little bit in weird ways, okay? But we decided to stop hurting each other and we decided to heal with one another. And that's when he started to do his howl call back to the pack that he really wanted in his life once again. So he came back to that pack once again as a part of it. He didn't have to be the leader of the pack. He didn't even have to be a follower of the pack. He just had to be there with the pack. And where he designs to be somewhere in that Makeup is completely fine. So he can be the highest of the high or the lowest of the low. It doesn't matter. He's still going to be there for everybody else. Everyone else is going to be there for him. So it's about getting back around those people that you know and trust the most right now and calling out to your emotional and physical and spiritual family that's going to help you mentally get through the things yet to come. Because you are about to embark on that great howl of back to the universe and say, tell me, tell me what I need to know, you know? So that's kind of where we're going from there. All right. Now we have the next two cards in front of you that are these cards here with these cards down, okay? This card right here is your Leap of Faith card. Leap of Faith card is where the blue wolf is, and the other card is your home card here, okay? So the guilt card is your home card. Now, just showing you that for position, not necessarily to mean anything that goes along with them, okay? Which one would you like first, your home card or your Leap of Faith card? So what do you need to bring within yourself? Or without yourself? What do you need to bring within yourself? You need to be this. You have been an idea for a very long time. Something deep inside of you who has known the answer to this question. The problem is that you have been just existing as this idea for quite a long time. It's time to go through the birthing process of becoming. That kind of a labor takes a little bit of energy to do. You can't go through bringing forth new life into this world without some form of labor. Whether it's an egg cracking open and the chick having to fight for its way out of that, or if it's a baby who has to breathe in its first breath of fresh air after exiting the mother, whatever way it comes out, it doesn't matter. They're each in their own respects that thing that becomes that thing. They have to break out of their shell. So it's time to break out of the shell. Stop just being that idea. Become the idea in which you want to be within yourself right now. So what do you need to bring within yourself? You need to be that being. You need to be the hyper phantasa person that you truly are, whatever that means to you, whatever part of you gave yourself that persona and being, whatever gave you that ability to say, hey, here I get to be the true me. This is where I really, really am. So be proud of that fact and just know that you don't have to split personalities to be the same person. You can be both at the same time and then still be the same you've always been. So don't worry about that. Then we have your leap of faith card. And what is it the hardest thing for you to do? The thing that you're most afraid of doing is believing in yourself. Because you don't believe that this fiery volcano that just erupted and threw you into this world where you know right now that you are a powerful person, that you have the ability to shape your own destiny. If you truly wanted to, you could see it and make it happen. Because you have the power to pour down upon this earth this magma hot lava that will not be able to stand in the way of. So anything in front of you, your doubts, your fears, gone. Your anxieties and worries of the world, gone. All that you can do is head to where you want to go until you get to that location. But you have a hard time believing that's all it will take to make things happen. Guess what? That's what it will take to make things happen. So take that giant leap that you're scared to do and embrace that power. And then where will you take it from there? Well, you're the wielder of the magic. You're the one casting the spell. Then we get to your last and final card here. And we will go back over everything one more time here when we're all done. But the last and final card here is your Wandering Path card. And guess what card we get in the Wandering Path card? You get the exact card in the exact position that it is supposed to be in. So this means something very special, honestly. Okay? So we're going to just give this a little bit of credit here. I'm just keeping things in order so that when we're ready to do the reveal here, So just to kind of give you an idea of the wandering path card, here we go. There you go. Now you can kind of see the card a little bit better, right? Yes, exactly. What this means when you get this card is it means maybe it is time to stop worrying about the direction in you're going. Maybe you don't have to have a location to go, a time frame to put yourself in, a mindset to put yourself in. You're just going to start going with the flow and start to live this life and wander through it like every other human being does. We're all just putting these soft lit blinders on ourselves and seeing what we can handle throughout the day and discovering this world for our own perspective every single moment of every single day. And what you have to remember is that doing a wandering path is one of the hardest but easiest paths to do because there isn't a time limit, there isn't even a direction, a place, or a moment. You're just on the path and you're wandering whichever way suits you at that moment. And living for each moment is scary as hell because that means you have to say to yourself, tomorrow I might not wake up and I might die. And being okay with that fact, knowing that you will die happy by the end of today because today I did everything to be happy. I am currently living this life, a wandering path. So that is why I can give such credence to this card because that's why I created this card in the first place was to give people permission to not have to worry about having a destination. It's not the journey, it's the journey, not the destination. So just be okay with the journey for right now. And that's what basically it's you telling yourself this. It's the path you may not have considered before. So have you considered that kind of path before? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There could be clues there. I don't know how you would interpret that, but safely here, guy. Hyper. We got a couple of things just to kind of go over one more time, just in case. So we want to be able to see everything out there for you today. So just to recap, your past path was the birch card, all about allowing yourself to let go of some of the things you think you need in order to keep built inside. So allowing yourself to give yourself that breath of new air by letting that out so that you can let new things in. So maybe stop holding back all of the stuff from the past. Extinguish your old fires that are keeping you stuck in weight right now, keeping you from moving forward. Don't keep all those old fires lit. Currently work on the fire that's right in front of you because that's what you truly need to know because you want to get over that guilt. Even feeling successful and feeling guilty about being successful doesn't necessarily mean it's always a good feeling sometimes because we feel like we've outgrown everybody and now we left everybody behind, so we feel guilty that we did better than they did, and that can be a hard thing to come to terms with. But you have to be the one who forges her future by putting that spark that back in that forge, getting yourself ready to be shaped into what you want it to be, what you have yet to decide to become. You have to get the fire hot first. Let's work on that. Then don't forget there is some kind of calls back to family, back to that pack that makes you feel safe and secure, but let you let your emotions out freely, that you will let what your hopes and desires are for not only you but the people that surround you. You don't necessarily have to be just one or the other thing. Just be who you are. And honestly, bring back the heat in your life again. Be that which you are passionate about. Remember, you have the power to put down in your path anything that wants to get in your way. That means your doubt. That means your fear. That means anxiety. That means financial ways. You will find ways to do it the right way that will allow you to bring on into the future. And finally, and lastly, not leastly, this being card of becoming home back to you, punching through, stopping from being that wonderful idea. Now we're going to start become this person we want to be, and this wandering path that we have yet to fulfill, that we are sternly walking towards or working away from. Whichever way we feel we need the right now, this is the time to wander. Go with the flow, let the world just happen, and believe that today could be my best day ever because it could literally be my last day ever. I want to die happy, so how am I going to be happy today? And that's all I've ever done every day for 4 years now. And that is your journey layout. And that is the 5 paths tarot. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an example of that journey. So as you can see, your complete layout there right in front of you, and get an idea of these pictures coming into you and just allowing you to see them. Maybe if you see something I don't, but there might be a message here for you as well, because I was very drawn to giving you this kind of a reading. So maybe if you put all these cards together in your own puzzle piece of master skills of figuring out puzzles, this will have some deeper meaning to you for you today. For whatever reason, I felt like you really needed this. Give me a second. I will drop that into the links right now. I think that's like a spiritual hug from your higher power, honestly. For whatever reason, I would like you to take it that way. That was a spiritual hug from your higher power, basically saying you needed that today. Because the instant you asked me for a reading, instantly I heard every last one of your guides or all the voices that would come into focus for you come whispering me in my ear. Here's what she needs to know. So that's all the love I can give to you. You know, uh, I've dropped my links in the chat, so feel free to do that as long as it's not going to hurt you financially. Okay, I don't want money you can't afford to spend. Okay, I know how hard it is out there right now, and some of us are fighting for every last dime. I am no stranger to that reading either. But thank you very much for even considering that. You can also review me on my Facebook page to let people know how I've done today. I will drop that link in there along with where you can find out more information about me. So this is for everyone to remind you one more time. Where you can find out the most information about me as well, and all of my links as well. So I'll take that with my deepest heart today, and I really hope that today is the start of your best day ever. I truly hope today and every day to the next day to the last day will be your best day ever. And I hope you will will it to become so. Take that, baby, yeah. Okay, if that's not a blessing on a life, I don't know what is a blessing on life. Take that, leave that, whatever you want to do with it. That's what I'm truly here to do. That's what I really truly am here to do. That's what fills me with the most kind of a benefit is just hearing that from somebody that I gave them something they really needed to hear today, and they're just giving me their blessings back to me. I take those wholeheartedly and take them into my heart, and I will accept any blessings given to me. That's how I believe my life goes the way it does, because I just don't turn away blessings from people. Someone wants to say a good thing for me, well, then I'm good to go. And if you have to get going, I understand that Twitches sometimes there are places you'd rather be or things. But if you want to hang out for a bit, talk about anything else, or just to chit and chat and chill, or if you got to get going, you got to get going. I understand too. Yeah, so I've been through a lot of different things in my life. I could tell you the sad sob story of Joshua Adam Bleasy, but the truth is that without every last one of those things that I had to learn how to get through in my life, without me going through this deck, when I say to you there are 84 cards in this deck, that's 84 times that I am putting myself out there, because every single thing that the cards represent, I have been through. So when people ask me how personal these cards are to me, everything that I have put down into this card, I have been through this specific card. So I've been through this situation that I put down into this card and what this represents to me. So it's a very deeply personal deck, but it helps me not only help me divine the path for me, but it has a unique talent to help people find the best possible path for them. And I designed it to be like that for a reason. Because I had a very special lesson out in the forest one day, just like I pointed out in this little diagram here. I'll pull it up one more time, just a little bit. You have choices in life to take. Every last one of these choices is a choice. You can do them in any order you see fit. But if you take them from, let me learn from the past mistakes, let me make a good choice this time about where I want to take my new path onto. Am I taking an easy path? Okay, here's what I may expect. Here is the harder path to take. Here's that unseen path I'm always hearing about. Then what do I need to bring within myself? Well, hey, maybe there's something I haven't really thought of bringing back into self that would help me. And here's those fears of mine that right in front of my face, I can't ignore them anymore. Let me get deeply over those things. And then the wandering path gives me permission to just wander. I don't have to worry about it. What does that mean? What card can pop up with you for that? As Hyper can attest to, the card popping up in an exact position means maybe this is a direction you need to really think about. So maybe it's time to stop being concerned with the destination, enjoy the journey, and oh boy, do you enjoy the journey. Go give yourself some love. So I've been through so many hardships in my life that that's the reason I come here to give you the advice I can give you, because I've been through the storm. I've been through the the 10 level. America's got the best way of coming up with getting around things, and you know taking that by only learning one way. I can only understand something if someone shows it to me. Most of the time, you put it in front of me in a book, unless it is very coherent, writing like Shakespeare or something like that, where it does make a sort of a metaphysical sense, then I can kind of get it a little bit more than if it is a more logical sense. That's just me personally, you know. And then I have a learning disability because I cannot seem to learn past the 10th grade level. So I can't spell or do mathematics that a normal person can do. Every time I try to learn past that level, it's like about, even with intense study, I've lost the ability to do it. I need a calculator. I can't do it without a calculator. So, you know, and then, I've been on low income housing and or programs most of my life, my whole life. I've been taken care of one way or the other by somebody, either my relatives and or people who were around me, because my parents took care of me. Obviously, they're the ones who provided for me up until the age I was 18 and was able to pay my own bills. And then but I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let my learning disability stop me. I learned how to adapt. I learned how to change. I learned how to learn from the experience. I learned how to tap into and get past and get over some of my biggest hurdles in life, because I was faced with overcoming those hurdles, you know? And then when I finally got past the shitstorm and realized I didn't need to go through all of this to be happy, all I had to do was let that stupid rock of, of fear and doubt and anxiety fall off of my shoulders and start to walk away from that so it can fall back into that ravine and smash the smithereens, walking up the rest of the way with nothing more than my own shirt on my back rather than nothing else attached to me, will feel the freest I have ever been. And that has been my life's work since I have been, for the last couple of brilliant years, a part of a different groups here and there that have allowed me the time to be a part of them. And whether I have benefited from all those walks of life and learned so much from all of those people, and I love those people very much. And I know we're not agreeing on some things right now, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with waiting whatever I have to do. So I'm paying my price right now, because do I feel slightly in the wrong? You sure bet I do. But that's my natural nature, to feel sorry. So I've been through the shitstorm. I've been through abuse by a babysitter. I've ran away 10 different times from home, tried to kill myself 7 different times in life, almost successful 3 times. I've had depression and anxiety pretty much up until about 30 years ago when I finally got diagnosed properly and got on a pill that kind of helped me get through it, bare minimum. And then we found the pill that actually got me to all the way good. And then I started going through intensive mental therapy to get my mind back on track, back on right where I wanted it to be, improving myself, trying to become more than just this thing, that I wanted to be. So, and then, I overcame having my father not be there as much as I wanted him to be there in my life. And in truth, my mother wasn't there as much sometimes either. She was a very light alcoholic, but she was still an alcoholic. And sometimes I felt like I had to be more of the adult than she was. So, but I loved her very much. She always gave me the best advice and always wanted the best for me. So she never did anything to hurt me and never did anything that wasn't trying to help me grow out of love and wake up from the thing that she was trying to reach into my heart and say, please don't love this person. They're not going to ever love you back. And if I had listened to my mom, then I may have found my one true love sooner. Had more life. Maybe we would have had kids. You know? Hell, I'm 18 years old, headed towards Montana, and I'm about to have my first camping trip, and then this young, beautiful, you know, woman standing in front of me who looks like, my version of the Sarah I've been looking for my whole life. And I'm looking over her and I'm going, your name wouldn't happen to be Sarah or Beth, would it? And she just looks at me in my eyes and she goes, Joshua. Tell me that's not magic. Well, how it really happened was about as magical. So, I found the one true love of my life. I finally love myself so much now I couldn't possibly imagine doing anything bad to myself anymore. I turned my life from one of sorrow and anxiety and pain into one of joy and happiness and gladness and feeling the ability to give back to people because that was my dream. My dream was the ability to give back to people every single day, give something back to humanity, give them just that taste of little hope, knowing that the divine hasn't given up on them. That they're trying to communicate in the weirdest ways, but they know how to possibly do it. Sometimes that's through me, sometimes it's through church, sometimes it's through prayer and answer from that. It's in the belief system. So if you take this home and you model it through your head and really, really think about it, you've chosen your own path all along. And God gave you permission to do that. That's why everything you're doing is according to plan. I'll tell you the key to finding true love, and it's not very far for you to find it, Hyper. The best way for you to find true love, your soulmate, is to get down on a piece of paper those attributes you want in a soulmate, not a body mate, not someone what they look like matters to you at all. What are the attributes making up the other half of your soul? What do you need to meet you in your life? And put that down on a sheet of paper. And then I want you to think about that every single day until you have that moment that you need, because it's going to come for you. And when you open up that and unlock that key within your heart and you make that and manifest that into a real thing, maybe you go buy a key that says do not duplicate and you put that key on every single day, and every day you think about the kind of person you want to fall in love with every day until you find said person. Then when you find said person, you tell them about the key and what you thought about every single day until you found them. And then you give them the key to your heart. And now they have a part of your soul. Watch them have a key for you. Because I've been willing to bet that whatever that represents may not be a literal key, but something of giving each other some kind of token or something saying, here's a part of my soul, whether that be a wedding ring or whatever. In your future, I see that coming for you. It's just a matter of time, my friend. You have to call out to the universe like you've never called out to the universe before, and hold that key. When you're holding that key, you're gonna just cry out to that one true love, that all the attributes, and you're just gonna envision the person that you see yourself with the most. And if there's love there, if there's true love there, they will hear your song and they will come find you. That's how my wife and I met. And that's a true story. There's no lying there. So you take that wherever you want to take that, okay, hon? Um, Sometimes I just try to give good advice. Hopefully that helped you in some way, shape, or form today. You know, if nothing else, maybe somebody else needed to hear that out there. But I kind of think it hit home a tiny bit. So, Yahoo! You cool uncle. You cool uncle. You cool uncle. All right, I've reached a cool new uncle stage. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, you come here anytime you hang out, dude. I'll give you the nice, cool, fatherly / unclely advice there for you. And then you'll have to sit through my crazy, goony stories every once in a while. I'll have to tell you about these old devices I used to play with when I was a young boy, and you'll think, God, he's old. I can live with that. Depending on what you're in for. I really don't know what you're in for. I promise you have no idea. Hey, go make coffee. I understand that. Yeah, I've got some right over here. I'm getting something else I need ready. So, guys, I know that some of you may stumble upon this once upon a time and view this here, and I want you to remember one thing and one thing. Remember, the future is always in your own hands. No matter what I've told you here today, you have the right responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live your best day ever, starting today by simply saying that. Today, I will live my best life ever. And then go forth and be happy. That's my sage advice for you, because you're playing the greatest choose your own adventure game you will ever play. It's called life. That's right. We're here to experience it all. That was what his plan was all along. You go experience it now. And whatever you do with it is what you do with it. That was the kind of freedom God of your choice truly gave you, people. The freedom to do or do not, or to find something in between. Whether or not you listened or decided not to listen, in some way, shape, or form, this world was brought to you in part by something more divine than all of us. And well, whatever you want to call that person, great. I don't care. Whatever way you want to worship that person, great. I don't care. Do it in love, peace, and harmony, and to the betterment of all mankind, even better. Do it to try to hurt people and make people do things that are horrible to the world? No, you can all go, find yourself a different moon, okay? Because, it seems like I'm going to sound like the old, cool old uncle really a lot right now when I say this, guys, but Whether you take my advice or don't take my advice, that's not the most important part to me. If I got you to think about the ideas of how you can better your life a little bit, maybe you take a little bit of what I've learned, or maybe you take a little bit of what I say to conscious. Even if you do the exact opposite of what I tell you, you're still taking some time to put some energy into bettering yourself. So no matter which way you take these readings, even if you go back and say, "Oh, that was kind of fun," and then a week later things start happening exactly like I told you in your reading, you know, kind of freaks people out like that sometimes too. So, and then when they start to see the same signs that they saw in their reading popping up on them all the damn time, and then they finally get the message, hey, we tried to show you this answer, you're not paying attention, but that's on you and your deity. I don't do that to people. That's deity reaching out to you, using me as the tool of imagery to show you what you have forgotten. I like this donut shop kind of blend that they have at the Walmart. It's your basic cheap ass version of coffee that you can put in a pot. It's basically no different than other coffees, other than it's kind of like a breakfasty blend kind of a coffee. So if I had to equate it to something, it would be a very weak Folgers breakfast blend. So it's not like as strong as that breakfast blend. It's a weaker version of that. So that's what I like to drink every morning. But then when I brew it a little bit stronger. So instead of just one cup of coffee grinds, I put in 2 cups of coffee grinds and make it pretty damn strong. So, because I need my caffeine. Oh, caffeine, I love you so. You break into me, you breathe in my soul. Wanna kiss you, your lips so bright. I wanna suck you coffee tonight. Oh, go down. Those coffee grounds go down. Baby, it's you and me. I want factory of nectarine. I want you, Hector of the god. Oh, my coffee. I want to drink you all down. Yeah, boy, yeah. I really felt spirit that last reading. I mean, I can't express that enough. That was something like I felt like the telephone rang and it was directly for you. That's exactly what it felt like. It was like, okay, here you go. This is for you. Hello, Divine. Yeah, Divine. This is me. Holy shit, this is really you, isn't it? Oh, first of all, fill in blank there. Okay, I'll let him know. I'll let him know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, even the bad, icky part. And when I give you the reading that you didn't want to hear today, and then you tell me, nope, that's never going to happen, well, that's the moment you make it happen, because I'm just the catalyst to get you to go to the direction you've always wanted to go in the first place. You'll create that which you wish to have in front of you, because now you don't have me as your excuse not to do it. Well, if you won't make it happen, then God damn it, I'm going to do it. I really like this one a lot, really a lot better. Okay, my man. Go take care of the little one, okay? And if you keep me in the background, or just remember that I'm pulling for you, and you're gonna make it through the day. Let today be the start of your best day ever, on, okay? Cheers. Go live life. You too, sweetheart. It's sweetheart, isn't it? I'm sorry if I'm using that in the wrong way, but I kind of feel a feminine presence here. So, uh, so guys, we're just waiting for anybody else who wants. We got a half an hour left to go before I am off the air for the rest of the day. They only do this between 10 and 12. And if I suddenly get a call from the county, I will take that over priority. So if I suddenly disappear, I am not trying to ignore you. If I promised you a reading, come back tomorrow. You will be the first one I will give a reading to. But as of right now, we're just going to chat and chill for the rest of the night. I think we'll close the queue and let everyone know that I am done doing readings for right now. I think we'll just shoot the light fantastic here right now, and we'll just talk a little bit about life and general things, and maybe we'll help a couple of people find a path that they truly need. If I feel the cards are calling me, but until then, I'm going to put them back in their bag so they can just cleanse for the moment here, so they are ready for the next time I have to do reading. And I will always do my cleansing shuffle after I have done my reading. So I'll put my cards away, and it's time for me to just keep it real with you guys for a little bit. Let you know that I truly do appreciate every last person who gives me love out there in the world of Twitch. That you made me be a better person, learn how to overcome some of my anxieties about being in social situations. Even though I am doing this on camera and doing this in front of you, it's given me the courage not only to be able to express to you the true, real me of who I am, and this is the very truest version of who I can be. The unknown prophet is the real me. If anyone wants to know who that is, it's Joshua. Joshua is the unknown prophet. There is no distinguishing between the other. So I really feel like I have a very clear connection to the divine, and I really feel like some days they're speaking to me so much that I have to create a natural barrier in order to live life. Just something to kind of be able to tune them in when I want to listen to the radio. I can turn it on and tune it in. Okay, so I just have a little bit more control over the what I choose to hear. So now, but I had to learn how to do that in order to not drive myself nuts every night. Even at sleep, I have a standard, pretty much a vision of nothing being able to do anything more than connect me to the divine and give me the messages I need for me. And that would be a very cool dream for me. And I know people, I don't know what everyone else goes through, but I feel like sometimes people take what they truly have right in front of them for granted. That there's somebody out there who would give anything to have the thing you have right now. There's some guy in a cardboard box, probably watching this on a government phone, barely making it in the streets, trying to stay out of the heat, out of the warmth, trying to get to a place that has as cool as possible breezes, as intermittently as possible, and be able to survive the summer. Someone who is barely getting anything to eat per week and wishes to God they could look at themselves in a camera every week, every day, every week, and say that they have the ability to stream something every day, because they must have a place they get to do that every day. But that must mean they have things to survive there as well, like food, and I can't imagine the feast I must be missing out on. So everybody else has it a little bit better than you. Always remember that you have it a little bit better than somebody else. And that's the truth. That there's always someone we better, and we have to keep ourselves in check and remind ourselves that have we got given back to that which is truly misfortunate from us? That person who truly needs more than I have right now. I'm getting all of this beautiful stuff because things are going the way they are going. But hey, you never know. Oh, put the cards away for today. We'll knock out that very nice green bowl. How about if we just have some regular tobacco for a change here? So just have a nice little cigarette break here instead of some more green for a while. I'm already pretty toasty as it is, so I don't know. Hey, take my advice for what it's worth, guys. I never want you to do something that you wouldn't really want to do yourself. So just take your own responsibility and make the choices that are right for you. No matter what I said here today, I really truly believe that your future is always in your own hands, and what you decide on a daily basis chooses that path for you. So just just take a really good look at what you're choosing to do with your life, and then do you decide right now that I want to live a happier life? Well, here's what it means to be that happy. I get to be a tarot reader who comes here from 9 to 12 every day doing tarot readings for people. That's what I wanted to do with my life. I know that might not seem like a great of achievement to all of you, but to me, it means I've achieved everything I've ever wanted. So, I have one true love, check. I have the dream way of communicating with the world, check. I have other things I like to do and things I like to become a part of, other than just being a part of this world. There are people I do get to interact with from time to time. I know that kind of meet up with my expectations, and people who have been there for me as much as I have been there for them. So and do I have everything right all the damn time? Nope. I can get things wrong. I'm human just like anybody else is human. I'm not going to pretend to say that I am the know-all person of the universe. I'm not. If you take my lessons to heart or take what I'm telling you to heart, it's because some part of that resonated with you. And if it meant something to change your life into be a better person, a better outlook on life, or betterment of how you used to do things to now how you are going to do things, and that was all in a positive light, then I don't know what else to say to you guys. That's what I was really trying to do in the first place, was to help those people realize those moments. You know? So I really am trying to do the best intuitional job using my intuitions and sensitivities that I have been given the gift of. And then I just use my cards to help me divine that pattern to you to give me some kind of an idea of what you kind of need to hear. And then I interpret my cards in a very unique way. In fact, they're the only kind of cards you'll ever good see. These are the 5 past tarot guys. Well, guys, this is probably it for me. I'm probably going to get going here. I've been waiting for a call from the county here, and I just don't want to miss it today. So I've got to go do something about that real quick. So because I've got until 1:30 to be ready for this thing, and I just want to make sure all of that I'm clear of this right now. So I'm going to be cutting out here in a little bit. So if you're on Twitch with me, we're going to follow me along here a little bit. And we're going to go raid somebody out there in the beautiful world of Twitchy land. Someone we'd like to show some love to. So It's just gonna give me a second to find out what we got. Oh man. Oh, no. Okay. Not that one. That one. Yes, please. Who could use some good? I'm not a cop. Could use some love. Oh, we gotta go pay her back. Yep, that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go pay her back. She raided us the other day. We're gonna go raid her back. Ha 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 ha. So, young lady, here we come. Here we come. We're gonna come get you. Ha ha. So this is it, guys. I'm out of here. We're gonna run the credits, as I like to say, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? See you. Peace out.